Hello, this is Dion again, and now I'm going to show you, after the previous tutorial about creating a basic agent, how to make it more useful by integrating Retrieval-Augmented Generation, RAG, into the system, so you can give it specific knowledge about whatever, about your company or anything. Again, this is also documented here in the tutorial, so you can always look at how to set things up from here. I'm going to continue the tutorial by continuing where I left with the previous tutorial. So if you want to know how to set up a very basic agent, please watch that tutorial first. That will be very helpful, and you will end up with this this agent here, this girl here, or office employee here. Okay, so RAG. We are first going to make sure that we are able to import the data into a vector database. For this example, I will simply use Qdrant, and if you don't know what Qdrant is, or if you don't have an account, I recommend you to create an account with Qdrant. You can have a free database just for testing, as I'm using it right now. And here through the UI, you can see the collections. And we are also going to create a new collection and fit it with the data, so the agent has access to that data. Oh, this is something else. Back to the editor. Okay, so here I have the agent, and I am going to make another separate flow next to the agent that will simply be responsible for indexing this data and also embedding it, so the embeddings. I'm not going too deep into what embedding means and what a vector database means and all the nuances of the RAG pipeline, because that's for a later tutorial. I just want to get you up and running quickly, and if you follow those steps, you will be. So let's say that we want to have a vector Qdrant vector database. In this particular case, I only have this one implemented yet. More will come. So you can see here the Qdrant vector database block. And first of all, it will need a URL. I already prepared the URL here as an environment variable. You can add one yourself by clicking plus. You will get it when you create the free cluster with Qdrant. And then you can configure it like this. So I name the key Qdrant URL, and then the value for the mock stage, you just pass it in. Also have the port here, and there you go. Now we have that Qdrant URL. Again, I can use it like this, so I can just connect it to this block here. Usually I don't do that, so I will simply go for this way, which is environment. Yes, and then I will say Qdrant URL. So again, this is for my system to recognize that I want an environment variable, and this is Qdrant underscore URL, which is there. Then I will configure the collection. So by default, it's all knowledge, but you want to say we are going to use the recipes, because this is based on the Agno framework. And Agno framework also had a lot of examples with the recipe, so I just took the same thing. I will call it nice recipes. I've used this example more than once, so I'm making sure that I'm choosing a unique name right now. And also, we're going to need the API key. So Qdrant API key, again, I prepared it here, and you can see that it's Qdrant API key, and then you will add the value here. You cannot find it again after adding it, because it's an actual secret. And I'm going to say a secret Qdrant API key. Whoops. Secret Qdrant API key. So we have a couple of different settings outside of the scope of this, what I want to show you right now. But this will make sure that we have the environment URL setup, collection name, and the secret. I can delete this one. What I want is to index a couple of PDF files. So before I continue with anything else, I'm going to this button here, and then I'm going to upload a couple of PDF files. You can also create a folder, so you can say, okay, those are my recipes, recipes, yeah. And I can open up this folder, and now I'm going to get some files from my, I believe I had them here. I'm just going to drag them in. Thai recipes and Cape recipes. And they should be here now, so you can see that there are 2 PDF files here. And I'm going to make sure that I'm going to have a file selection node, because I want those 2 files being part of the flow. And I can do that by, so if you see, if I select this file selection node, then you can see, okay, there's an assign button here that are, that allow me to assign those 2 files to this node. And now they are part of the, now I can use them in the flow, so to speak. Yeah, I'm also going to need a document knowledge node. So because of the simple fact that I am going to index documents. For example, you will also have a JSON indexing, a JSON knowledge node, which will accept JSON files. This one will accept many types of documents, including PDF documents. So now I have the files here, and I can pass along the files here to the URLs or paths. And since I have the vector database here, I can connect it here. We are going to need one more thing, which is the embedder itself. So if I go to OpenAI embedder, I can add the OpenAI embedder node, and then I say here we need the secret. So secret OpenAI API key. That's enough. Now we'll add it here, and now we can do one more thing, because we need to determine how the document knowledge system will chunk the information that it's getting. I'm going to keep it simple for now, so I'm not going deeply into all the nuances of how to chunk rag data that's outside of the scope of this tutorial. I'm just going to say chunking, and I will just choose document. Will I do document chunking? I will go for recursive chunking. Because I think this document chunking will get the whole document as one big chunk, and I don't want that. Recursive chunking, I believe, is much more suitable for just getting it page by page, which is what I want. You can have the chunk size here as well, and the overlap. Yeah, no, I'm not. No. Sorry, I'm going for document chunking as well. I think it will take it page by page. Now, like this, chunking strategy, URL path, well, this is all set up correctly. The only thing that we are going to need right now is a way to initiate this simple flow here, which I can do by adding a play node. So I just add the play node here, and then I will connect it to this input. And if I click play now, it should start indexing those 2 PDF files. So we just wait a little bit, because now it has to read the PDF file and make sure that it's getting chunked and everything. Okay, that went pretty quick. We have a document knowledge node here, and it says successfully processed 2 documents. Oh, that sounds good. Let's see if Qdrant has the data. So how did I called it nice recipes. I called it the collection. Let's see, maybe have to reload. There they are. So great. Now we have 13 points. 13 points are just the parts that it took. So right, so it just chunked it into those. Well, because of the recursive chunking strategy, it also makes sure that I have some metadata. And now we have set up a way to simply have the agent. Give the agent an opportunity to know about those recipes. So how do I do that? I will go to, I will need a knowledge setting, agent knowledge settings node. And then I can expand this settings property here. And then I can connect the agent settings to the property that lights up. You can see where you can connect it. And now, since I put it into this vector database, which is configured exactly the same as those as this one here, I just copy it, and then I connect this to this one here. Whoa, that something is up with the positioning after copying. I already saw that before. I will have to fix that. But now we can simply, I can close them. I like to keep things neat. By the way, I can make it much even better by simply saying, okay, I'm going to group you guys, and then I'm going to name this provide recipe. I'm always confused about how to spell that. So yeah, this is much better. And of course, I'm going to bring this output there so I can connect this to the settings and then do the knowledge, which makes it a lot more clear for anybody that is that wants to adjust this flow. Okay, let's see if there are some settings that I would like to change here. I don't think so. Let's just keep it like this for now. Yeah, that looks good. Let's see if it knows about any of those recipes. So first of all, I'm going to have to check about a detail that I know will be, oh, you cannot see that. So I will quickly say that pad thai has 5 peeled Thai shrimps in the recipe. So let's ask our pirate about it. I will go back to the this button here, and that will show me the logs here, but also the chat window here. And what you can do as well, by the way, is go to this chat window and then click this button here, so you have a much bigger chat window. You can still navigate this part here, but you cannot adjust the nodes. Yeah, you can open and close them, but you cannot literally adjust them. Now, just for clarity, I will open up a new session, recipes. So we have a clear setup, and now I can ask it about how many shrimps are in the pad thai. What is that? That is a soup, isn't it? No, noodles. I don't know. So let's see. AI is thinking. You can see that it's initializing all this, those nodes, and now you can see that it found 5 peeled Thai shrimps per serving in pirate language. So now we gave it some information that we can work with. So hopefully this was helpful. I will get into RAG a lot more deeply later on, but for now this is just to get you started. So again, I hope this was useful, and please try it out yourself. Thank you for watching.